So my dear student, here exercise 3.1, whole this exercise is based on graphical method. In this exercise, we are going to form the equation, that is algebraically, and after that solving two equations with the graphically method. So let's ready, make yourself ready. The question first is, I am reading it for you again. Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also, 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Isn't this interesting? Represent this situation algebraically and graphically. Fine. Now, here two persons are there. First is, you can see, first person is daughter and second Aftab himself, right? So here you can see on your screen, I have written the present age of daughter as I am considering X years, and the present age of Aftab, that is I am considering Y years. Fine. Present age of daughter X years and present age of Aftab Y years. Now we are having two situations given. Here it is given 7 years ago. First situation, I was 7 years ago. So first situation, for that let's form an equation. 7 years ago. Now if I go proceed to the back, 7 years back, then at that time what was the age of daughter? So we need to mention here 7 years ago daughter's age. Daughter's age. What it will be? Of course, it will be x minus 7 years. Fine. Here years. Second, if daughter is going down, means age of daughter we are considering for the 7 years age, then it's the present age. Then similarly, Aftab's age at that time is 7 years ago. Aftab age will be also less than 7 than his present age. His present age we have considered y. So y minus 7 years. Daughter's age we have considered x. So here after 7 years ago means previous. So x minus 7 and y minus 7. Okay. The statement says now, in a statement according to that, it is saying I was 7 times. I was means who? That is daughter herself. She is 7 times. She is 7 times than Aftab's age. She is 7 times than Aftab age. This is the first equation. Okay. So we can solve it here also along with that. This is the case 1. This one number you can mention, and let's simplify it here only because it's very important to simplify. 7 into x we know 7x. 7 7 ja 49. Here y minus 7. Fine. Let me bring this y to left side, so it will become minus y. Right? I am transposing y to this side. This side minus 7 is there. Minus 49 I am shifting to this side. Therefore, the final equation is minus 7 plus 49. That gives the result 42. So this is the result number 1 with the given detail 7 years ago. Fine. I am explaining here again. Here the girl says, daughter says her age is 7 times than his father's age. Y minus 7. So here 7 into x 7x minus 7 7 ja 49 y minus 7. I am transposing this y to left side, so it is become minus y, and minus 49 I am transposing to right side, so it is become plus 49. So 7x minus y equal to 49 minus 7, that is 42. So I can say our first equation is this 7x minus y equal to 42. Second case, 3 years from now. Let's work out 3 years from now. Fine. Now 3 years from now means future, in future. Then at that time, daughter's age. What will be daughter's age after 3 years? So of course it will be x plus 3 years. So I need to mention here it is x plus 3 years. Here why I am mentioning 3x plus 3 years. And Aftab's age at that time, what will be Aftab's age after 3 years? Of course it will be y plus 3 years. This will be y plus 3 years. Clear? So this is x plus 3, y plus 3. Statement says, I shall be 3 times. I shall be. Who? I shall, it means herself, daughter. Daughter is at that time 3 times then the age of Aftab. Okay? Then the age of Aftab. Daughter is 3 times then the age of Aftab. This is the algebraic expression. Now let's simplify. We know 3 into x, 3x, 3 3 ja 9, here y plus 3. Therefore, 3x, this y will move to this side minus y, and this plus 9 I am taking to this side minus 9. So 3x minus y equal to 3 minus 9 is minus 6. Fine. 3 minus 9 is minus 6, and this is, let me call equation number 2. So finally we have two equations. You can see which are they. This is second equation, and one number also we have found. Okay. Now after gaining this, okay, we need to apply here graphical method, because algebraic representations already we have done. Now how to represent these equation graphically? So let's give the heading applying graphical method. Applying graphical method to solve the given two equations. Fine. So how to do? Let's see. So dear student, here you can see on your screen, finally we are having two equations, 7x minus y equal to 42 and 3x minus y equal to minus 6. Okay, so first of all I would like to take first equation. Let's work out on the first equation. What we are going to do for that? 7x minus y equal to 42. So here I need to make a subject. Either I can make a subject to x, if not then to y. So what I am going to do, I would like to go with the y. So 7x I am keeping as it is, this 42 I am bringing to this side, and this minus y I am shifting to that side. So finally I should say y equal to 7x minus 42. This is the, we made a subject to y here. Okay, we can go with x also, but here I made the subject to y. Fine. So what we are going to do further in that, now for the different value of x, we need to find the value y. Okay, now here we need to apply the value such a way, we need to use our logic mind for that. Okay, sometimes the difference of the value is too high that it's not possible to represent them on the graph paper. So at that time, little bit logically you have to apply your numbers. Okay, suppose you are choosing here 1 2 3 4. Suppose 1 I am choosing, suppose. Then 7 1 ja 7. Minus 42 plus 7 minus 42 gives the result minus 35. Okay, so answer is quite big. You can see if I choose like that way, then answer will be quite bigger. So I need to choose little bit bigger number. Okay, so that it should balance. Okay, how, what I want to say through this? Simply I would like to say, if I go with the 6 here, suppose I am using 6 here, so 7 6 ja 42. 42 minus 42, then it gives the result 0. Fine. So number is, you can see 6 and 0, because the number which I am putting it here, that is we are taking on x-axis, and the number which we are gaining as a value, that is the value of y, which we are going to take on y-axis. Okay, so here x and y 6 0, so it can balance. Okay, now in next case, let's try to take 5. 7 5 ja 35 minus 42, it gives the result minus 7. Fine. Next, if I choose 4, 7 4 ja 28 minus 42. 28 minus 42 gives the result minus 14. That is also quite big number. Minus 14. And here 7. 7 is there. Let me choose here 7. Suppose I am choosing 7. Then 7 7 ja 49 minus 42 gives the result 7. Okay. So these are approximate. We need to take at least 3 or 4 values. It's very important to take at least 4 values. Okay. Sometimes what happen, while calculation we are doing mistake in that. Okay. So in such a cases, to set out that mistake, take one extra always. Okay, get some extra value always. So I am drawing one table here for you. So what we are going to do, beta, now we are drawing this table. Okay, you also draw it. This table you need to draw this way. It's compulsory to draw, beta, because graphical method in that representation is very important. Fine. So please draw this way the table. And here x and y coordinates, carefully you have to put it, write it in a table, as we have chosen here 4 different values for x and y. So 5 columns total I am forming, and here this is for x and y. This way you draw the table. Let's separate. Okay, you know very well, here it is x, the value of x, and here I am writing for y. As you have seen here, for the first time, this value which I have taken, that is for x, in place of x I have chosen this value. So first for the x 6, then the answer of y is 0, then I have taken 5, then answer is coming minus 7. This is minus 7 written. If I am taking 4, then this is 14. If I am taking 7 here, then this is also 7 I am getting. Okay, so this is very important to form this, because through this result only we will form a line on a graph paper. This is for the single line. Okay, that is only one equation we have solved, and we are having one line on a graph paper. Fine. Let's work out on the second equation. Now dear student, let's work out on the second equation. The second equation is 3x minus y equal to minus 6. Okay, here also I have to make a subject to x. If not, then I can choose y. So what I'm going to do, 3x is here, this minus 6 I am bringing to this side, gives the result plus 6, and minus y I am bringing to right side, that is plus y. Therefore y equal to 3x plus 6. Okay, so this is the subject which we have made to y. Fine. Now in this equation, for the different value of x, we are putting its a value and we will have the result. Okay, So think wisely. Before you put any of the value, just think wisely and think we should choose the number such a way that it should be easy for you to locate that number on the graph paper. Okay, so for your convenient, here I think I would like to choose 0 first. 0, 3 into 0, 0, 0 plus 6 gives the result 6. Let's take 1. If I choose 1 here, observe carefully. If I choose 1 here, then 3 1 ja 3 plus 6. 3 plus 6 is 9. Let me choose here minus 1 now. Okay, so 3 into minus 1, that is minus 3 plus 6. That gives the result 3 only. Minus 3 plus 6 equal to 3. Same way, can I move with minus 2? Because 3 into minus 2 minus 6 plus 6, that is 0. You can observe here all the values which we have taken, that nearby it is coming this between 1 to 10. Okay, and some negative numbers are also, they are nearest, so that it's easy to take any of this value on the graph paper. Okay, now before we start drawing linear graph, we must have this type of table individually for both of the line. Fine, it's compulsory to have this table. So all of you must draw this way the table: first line, second line, third line, and this fourth line. And here you can see I have this way. Fine, so what we have to do here, x, and this is y. Okay, let me note down the value what we have here. We have taken for x, here x value we have taken 0, then y we are gaining 6, here we have taken 1, so here it is 9, here minus 1, then it is coming 3, and for minus 2, that is coming 0. Okay, it means that these are the coordinates. This will call the coordinates 0, 6, 1, 9, minus 1, 3, minus 2, 0. Okay, and this we have studied nicely in previous class, that this coordinates lies in different quadrants. Okay, that I'm giving you clear idea about all this thing. Fine. So my dear student, here you can see on your screen these points we have to locate on our graph paper. For that I am choosing here my pen, and let's work out upon that. Okay, this I am choosing as we want to go minus 14 down, so and highest in positive 9 up, I should choose from here. Okay, so let's decide such a way. Fix your crop, you can say, that is the shift your graph according to the requirement. Fine, so I am drawing from here the line. You can see, start drawing along with me and enjoy to draw the graph also. So this point will be, this is the first baseline is very important to go with that. Okay, so here as I am choosing, on x-axis 6 is highest, 7 is highest here, positive number, right? So let me work out from here. So I am drawing the line from here. You can see on your screen. Here this is the line which I am putting here. Fine. So this will become, let's take for that, this is our origin 0 0. I am choosing here, it is quite visible. See, here I am choosing origin. This is our x-axis, this is our x dash axis, this we know y-axis, and here this side it is y dash axis. This is our y dash axis. Fine. Now here it is 0, origin O. Now let's note down all the points first on this graph paper. Fine. So which points are there? You can see. Let's give the numbering. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 according to that. So I am giving here. This is first one number, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This side it is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Same way, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now here it is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, and if not possible then we will ignore that point. Don't worry, because extra we have already chosen, so nothing to worry about. Let's locate the first point for the first line, 6, 0. As I told you, 6, 0, this point will lie on x-axis. So let me locate it here and let me call this point 6, 0. 5, -7. 5, -7 will lie in fourth quadrant, because plus minus. So here it is 5 and -7 is here. You can see where to locate 5, and this is -7. So let me locate this point, 5, -7. 4, -14, again it will lie here somewhere. Okay, so here it will be. So I am not locating that point, I am ignoring that point. 7, 7. Now 7, 7 will lie in first quadrant. This is 7, and from this side also 7. So here it will be there. 7, 7. 0, 6. 0 is here and 6 is here. Okay, 0, 6. So it will lie for the second quadrant here. 1, 9. Of course, this is 1 and this is 9. So it will lie somewhere here. -1, 3. -1 is there on x-axis and 3 on y-axis. So -1, 3 will be in second quadrant. -2, 0. -2, 0 itself lies on axis. -2, 0. Okay. Now, if I ask you to draw the line, then this way we will have the line. Okay. Let's draw the line. First line I am using. To draw the first line, I am joining these 3 points. Fine. Look at your screen. There's 3 points I have. I am extending this and I am drawing one line. Fine. After extending, I am gaining this much line. Now you can see another line. If I join this 4 points, the another line is here. Both the lines, they can see they are different. Okay, so let me note down the name of the line. What is the name of this line? It means we can recognize the line through the equation. What is the equation? What was our equation? First equation, it was what we have written in the first equation, 7x minus y equal to 42, right? So this is the equation of 7x minus y equal to 42. Fine. And this equation is for which line? That is for 3x minus y equal to -6. Fine. This is the way of drawing the line. Now what it represents? Now this line represents the equation graphically. When we plot it on the graph, we can see these lines are not intersecting anywhere. Okay, these lines are not intersecting anywhere, but maybe if we extend this line, then they can intersect at some point, but we have to represent it only graphically. So this much is enough for the first question. I hope it's clear to you. So here exercise 3.1, it's a question number 3. The statement of the question is the cost of 2 kg of apples and 1 kg of grapes on a day was found to be rupees 160. After a month, the cost of 4 kg of apples and 2 kg of grapes is rupees 300. Represent the situation algebraically and geometrically. Geometrically it means graphically, right? So in such a question, here first what we have to assume, two different things are there, apple and grapes, two different fruits are there. So in the first statement, let's begin. We need to mention let the cost of 1 kg of apple, let the cost of 1 kg of apple be rupees X, and the cost of 1 kg of grapes, right? 1 kg of grapes, that is also we are considering rupees Y. Fine, clear to you? For 1 kg of apple we are considering rupees X, and 1 kg of grapes we are considering Y. Fine. Now how to represent algebraically? Okay, let's represent it algebraically. Fine. Now we are starting. Let's represent it algebraically. Algebraically. BRAICLLY. Let's represent it algebraically. So let's see what can be done with that. We need to work out for that. As we see here, the cost of 2 kg of apple. So 2 kg of apple means 2x, and 1 kg of grapes, that is y, that is equal to 160. Fine, rupees 160 it is, they are paying for that. And in the next equation, 4 kg of apple and 2 kg of grapes, the amount which we have to pay is 300 for that. These two are the, what are these two? These two are the equations. Let me call, this is equation 1 and this is equation number 2. Simple. Let's work out upon that. Fine. Let me go with that here. Minus, sorry. We need to first, wait. We need to make them in like, okay, like terms. So, we need to multiply first equation. Wait for a while. Okay, so my dear student, let's go with the, let's solve, or let's go with the graphical method. Let's go with the graphical method. What we have to do in that? As we know that we have to make a subject. Okay, so let's begin it. Let's start making the subject. So my dear student, if we have expressed this algebraically, then here we are having these two equations. Let's work out on the first now. Okay, here we need to make a subject. Okay, whom we want to make a subject. Let me make it to y. So equation will become 160 minus 2x. Now very simple. For the different value of x, we will have the value of y. So let me choose the number here such a way. Let me choose the number here such a way so that it will be easy for us or convenient for us to take the scale on the graph according to that. Clear? So think about that. Which number should we work out? I'm choosing 3 numbers here. Okay. So as we know that, don't take small number, because think about that, here the number is up to 160 coming up to 10, 20, 30 like that. So from that any number we can choose randomly. Suppose I am choosing here 40. Fine. So if I am choosing 40, if I am choosing 60 here, and if I am choosing 80 here. Okay. So this way what can be the result? Let's work out. 160 minus 80. So result is 80. Fine. Here 160 minus 120. So result will be 40. 160 minus 160. So result will be 0. Fine. Now next step, what we have to do? You know very well. We have to draw table. So be ready to draw the table, which will be quite important and useful further. So let me start making the table. And here this time we are choosing only 3 values. Okay, 3 are limited. At least 3 we have to choose, but more than 3 also. If you want to go with that, at least you can go with the 4 or 5. Okay, as much as you can according to the time duration, you work out upon that. Now here first, second and third. Okay, only 3 we have chosen. Now first I need to mention this is x, as I know. Fine. So I'm writing here x. This is y. Which value of x we have chosen in the first? We choose 40 and we got the answer 80. For the y the answer is 80. Here I chosen 60, right? So I have here result 40. Here I have chosen 80. So I have the result 0. So these will become afterwards the coordinates of x-axis and y-axis. Okay, that we work out afterwards, which point we need to locate and all. Let's see further. So dear student, in front of you now we are having here second equation. Okay, let's work out upon on second equation. Now here I want to make a subject to y. So with that I need to bring this 4x. I'm transposing to 4x right side. So it will become minus 4x. And of course the value of y will be 300 minus 4x divided by 2. Fine. This can be the equation part. You can do further one more thing if possible. Here you can see 304 is having 2 common factor. So we can take out 2 common also from here. If I take out 2 common, then I will have here half of 300 150 and this will become 2x and 2 is already there. It will be cancelled. So it means that the value of y with us is 150 minus 2x this way. Don't cancel it direct this way. Okay, it is not allowed. Fine. What we have to do, the technique is take out common from both of these terms. Whatever is common, according to that rest of the thing you put it over there and note down this. Now for the different value of x, we will have the value of y. So here I am choosing and let's write it here. Let's see what it can be. Here also I am choosing any 3 numbers. Fine. So let me take in the first, I would like to take here, can I take 40? So it will be 40 to the 80. 150 minus 80 gives the result 70. Right? You can work out upon that. This 40 to the 80. 150 minus 80, 70. Now suppose I am choosing here 50. Of course 50 to the 100. 150 minus 100 gives the result 50. Now I am choosing here suppose 30. Then 30 to the 60. 150 minus 60 gives the result 90. So subtract it carefully. Now as usual we know we need to draw and we have to mention all these in the table. Okay, let's make a small table for our better understanding, which will make your work easy. Okay, through that your work will become easy. Fine. Here also 1, 2 and 3 numbers I am choosing, and this is for x and this is for y. Okay, so let me write it here. This is x and this is y. Which value we have taken in the x in place of x in the beginning? Of course it is 40. So this is giving the result 70. Second, I took the value of x 50. and again I got the value of y is also 50. If I choose here 30, then the result is 90. Okay. Now we need to locate 2 points for both of this linear equation on the graph paper. So let's see how to do that. So through the table we are able to write the coordinates of equation 2x plus y equal to 160. This was our first equation. Its coordinates are 40, 80, 60, 40 and 80, 0. All the way we can see they will lie in a first quadrant. They all are positive number. Fine. This also in first quadrant. This also in first quadrant. But as here for this point, you can see 0 is on y-axis, right? So it means that this point will lie on x-axis. Clear to you? Now similar way, we need to note down the points of next equation. Okay, so my dear student, if the coordinates of equation 4x plus 2y equal to 300. As we know that this is our second equation. It's the coordinates which we have found that they are 40, 70, 50, 50 and 30, 90. Okay. Now we need to represent all these points on a graph paper. So let's see. We need to mention here represent all these points on a graph paper. On a graph paper. Okay. What to represent all these points on a graph paper. Let's see what can be done further. So here it is question 3 in continuation. Okay. On your screen you can see here. So this point we need to locate 40, 80, 60, 40 and 80, 0 for first line. Okay. Now if we observe all these points, then we need to take a scale properly. Okay. So we need to begin with here, and all the way you can see these point lies in a first quadrant. So we need to show all the way first quadrant here. Okay. So let me start from here. What I am going to do, I am begin from here. Okay. So let me draw one line that I am calling that is x-axis. This is y-axis, sorry. This is our y-axis, and little bit lines from downside we are leaving, and let draw a one horizontal line. Let me call this is x-axis. Clear? So I'm mentioning it here also. This is my x dash axis. This is x-axis. This is my y-axis, and of course this is y-axis, y dash axis, and this is origin O. Fine. Is it visible? Now as we know that we need to take the measurement, is highest is here we are having 90, and that is on y-axis. Fine. So it's easy to take up to here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm choosing here 2 2. Okay. If I'm choosing here 2 2, scale is 2 unit for 10, then here it will be 20, this will be 30, this will be 50, 40, this 50, 60, 70, and of course up to 80. Fine. Similar here for the 2 centimeter, 2 unit equal to 10 we are calculating. So I am taking this 10, this will become 20, this is my 30. After each and every 2 unit I am mentioning this 50, this 60, 70, this is 80, this is 90, and this is 100. Fine. And it's compulsory to mention the scale at the right side of the graph paper. Now scale we are choosing 2 units equal to 10. 2 units equal to 10. Fine. 2 units equal to 10, and 10 is a number, so no need to mention. This much is enough. Okay. On both the axes. This is for both the axes. So let's work out on locating the point. Okay. Observe carefully. We are going to locate the point on the graph paper. Now first point is 40, 80. So 40 is correlate with x-axis, and if we go with that, 80 will be here. 40, 80 is coming here somewhere. Okay. Let me locate this point here, 40, 80. Clear? Then 60 comma 40. So as you know, here I have located 40 and 40 comma 80. It will come here somewhere. 40 comma 80. Okay. Second point is 60 comma 40. X-axis 60 and 40 on y-axis from here. So this point is located here somewhere. Let me say it is 60 comma 40. Along with that, we have to mention the coordinates. Fine. Now the third is 80 comma 0. 80 is here and 0 is, it will lie on x-axis. Whenever any and 0 is connected any of the axis, any of the coordinates, then it must lie on the axis. So here it lies on the x-axis. So let's join these 3 points. Okay, if we join these 3 points, then let's consider first is 2 I am joining and I am extending the line here. Okay, it's compulsory to extend the line. Okay, when we extend the line, we'll able to see easily. Okay, what can be the result. Through this, it's easy to understand. Clear? The graph line is visible, right? Now let's work out on the second equation. What is our second equation? Let's go with that and let's locate the point according to the given question. Now observe carefully. The first we are having 40 comma 70. So this is 40 on x-axis, and of course I will work out, and 70 will be here somewhere. So this point gives the result 40 comma 70. Clear? Next 50 comma 50. Where's 50? 50 is here, and of course the another 50 is somewhere here. Fine. So here it is just near to that line it is coming. Okay, 50 comma 50. And the third point is 30 comma 90. Where it lies, 30 is here on x-axis, and of course 90 I can see it will be here somewhere. So let me call this is 30 comma 90. Fine. Now what to do? Let's join all these lines. Okay, if I join this line, then which type of line we will have? Let's see. I am using colorful pen so that it will be quite visible for you. See, this 3 point lies here in the straight line that is coming, and if I extend this line, we can see it is clearly visible. The lines are parallel to each other. Fine. Lines are parallel to each other, and the equation name, it's compulsory to mention the name of the particular equation. Fine. How to write the name of the equation? You know very well. The first equation is, we need to mention here first equation. What was our first equation? 2x plus y equal to 160. Fine. This was our first equation. So let's write it here, because this line indicate that equation. And another equation is 4x plus 2y, that is equal to 300. Okay, let me say this is our second equation. Fine. So this is the complete graph, and through the graph, what is the conclusion? We need to mention, we can see here both the lines are parallel to each other. Fine. Therefore, the pair of, we call it the pair of equation, the pair of equations gives parallel lines. Okay, gives parallel lines, means the result is parallel lines. Clear? This full sum complete. That is question number 3.